Would you consider yourself a gentle person? Do you do your daily activities with kindness? Are you thorough in the way you handle things? I believe the way we treat things, not just people, but everything around us, has a lot to say about ourselves. And recently, I caught myself in a spiral of rush. I noticed I wasn't being gentle with my art, and this reflected the state of my soul. Throughout my art journey, I've faced many challenges. Some were related to skill issues, but I find that most of the time, the things we struggle with the most in our art careers are rooted in our minds. If you've clicked on this video, you're probably struggling with something about art, and chances are it is related to how you perceive yourself and others. I am no coach to tell you what you should do with your art or with your life, but if you've been feeling somewhat anxious or annoyed with your art lately, or maybe if you're struggling to make it on social media, I think you should listen to me. At the moment I'm writing this, my posts on social media get very little traction, about half a dozen likes usually, and I've been posting stuff for 2 years now. Yeah, I've changed focus quite a few times, more than I should have, honestly, and this has certainly affected my impressions on social media. And until about 2 weeks ago, I was feeling really annoyed about that. Most people here on YouTube will tell you not to worry about your engagement in social media, but as an artist, we know how painful it can be to do your best to grow an audience and not see results, because we know we do our best. And sometimes our best goes unseen. For those who are obsessed with engagement, and also for those who are obsessed with art for the sake of art, I got you. I understand both sides, and I do agree with you both on your worries and pursuings. It's not wrong to follow this or that path, but I do feel like we need to make things clear to ourselves. We knew what we were signing up for when we decided to put our hearts into this. We did not choose our passion, but we chose our path. It's no surprise the world is a very harsh place for people like us, but that doesn't mean we will starve. No, that's rarely the case. When you spend too much time doing something, it's difficult not to become very good at it eventually. Even in the face of the randomness that internet growth often is, there is always one next step we can take to become better. I do get less than 10 likes per post on social media, but there was a time I was drawing for literally nobody. I don't know how many people this video will reach, but the view count on this one at the moment is probably higher than my previous video's view count, and I will continue to grow and improve and have my chance, as long as I'm gentle with my work. When you plant a seed and have dreams of seeing your plant grow and become a beautiful tree, there is very little you can control. You can't control the weather, nor the quality of the water, or the nutrients in the soil, at least at first. If there is intense raining or a severe drought, your plant will suffer, and you won't see the results you were hoping for. But you can always keep the plant safe from the heavy rains while it grows enough to sustain itself. And you can always water your plant daily, even if it's not the best water. As long as you're taking care of it, it will keep growing, slowly but surely, and you will love it. Maybe you won't always have enough time to give it your full attention, and at first you won't have the best material, but if you save some money, you'll be able to buy a better fertilizer, and when it becomes a tree, you'll be able to enjoy its fruits. And if you plant enough trees, you won't have to pay for food ever again. Everything you need will be there. Art is much the same, because most things in life are much the same. So treat your creative process like you would treat a great friend. with purpose and determination, but also patience and kindness. Set aside everything else, close the social media, put your phone away, sit alone with your craft, love the art you're making. You can share it later if you want, or you can keep it for yourself. You can focus on sharing it and making connections later on, but for the time being, do one stroke at a time, patiently. Not necessarily slow, but with care. Love it as if it's the last piece you will ever create. And you'll see your art reply to you, and it will tell you everything about your big dreams. I'm not big on YouTube yet, but I'm having my way. No rush, it will come when it comes. I have no doubt one day I'll be able to live from my passion only, from my art only, from what I love to do the most only. When you're so sure about that, it's like a spoiler you got from a movie you're watching. Nothing will faze you because you know the end already. And in a way, you're living in the end already. Experiencing now the happiness of knowing it will make you happy in the future. To be very, very honest, the internet has changed a lot in recent years. And I'm not even sure what the future holds for us, honestly. With everything that's happening like AI, corporate interventions, layoffs, I understand why we might feel anxious about our careers. And that's okay. Really, it's okay. But despite that, or maybe precisely because of that, I feel the need to remind at least some of you to be gentle with your art. And to, at least for now, be the solo clap in the room. Even one clap can fill the entire space. For the time being, focus on being okay. And enjoy, my friend. Be alone with the gods, and let everything shine. If you've watched this far, thank you so much for lending me an ear. And please, leave a comment sharing your art journey so far and what motivates you. I'd love to hear about your take on this, and then, after this, get off YouTube and go make some more art. It is waiting for you. Peace, my friend. Peace.